English learners! Welcome back to Just English with Emily, where every conversation helps you learn real, natural English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Michael. Hey everyone, it's great to be back with you. Whether you're listening on your way to work, relaxing at home, or practicing your English with us, we're really glad you're here.
Michael, quick question before we get started.
Uh-oh, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those questions.
Maybe, maybe not. Just answer honestly. How many times have you started a brand new routine this year?
Honestly, more times than I can count.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Every Monday felt like a fresh start. I tell myself, this is it. I'm going to wake up early, exercise every day, study English for an hour, eat healthy, and become a completely different person.
That sounds like quite an ambitious plan.
It really was. And somehow by Wednesday, that new me had already disappeared.
I think a lot of our listeners are smiling right now because they've probably done exactly the same thing.
I know I can't be the only one. Starting a routine is exciting, but sticking with it, that's the difficult part.
Exactly. And that's what we're talking about today.
Today's episode is all about how to build a routine that actually sticks, one that works in real life, not just on the first day when you're feeling motivated.
Ooh, I love this topic.
Me too, because this isn't about becoming a perfect person.
No, it's about building a routine that fits your real life.
A routine that still works, even on busy days, even when you're tired, even when life isn't perfect.
And along the way, we're going to learn lots of useful English vocabulary, natural expressions, and everyday phrases that native speakers actually use.
So whether you're a beginner, an intermediate learner, or someone who simply enjoys listening to natural English conversations, you're in exactly the right place.
Listen carefully, repeat the expressions you like, and most importantly, just enjoy the conversation.
Learning English doesn't always have to feel like studying.
Sometimes it simply feels like chatting with friends.
Before we jump in, just one small favor.
If this podcast helps you improve your English, please click like, subscribe to Just English with Emily, and share this episode with one friend who's learning English too.
You know that friend who always says, I really want to improve my English.
Send them this episode.
You might help them build a routine that actually lasts.
And stay with us until the very end, because we have a fun community question, a vocabulary review, and something special we think you're really going to enjoy.
Okay, are you ready?
Let's begin.
Emily, let me ask you something. When people hear the word routine, why do so many people immediately think it sounds boring?
That's such a good question. Let's start with the word itself. Routine. R-O-U-T-I-N-E. Routine.
Say it with us. Routine.
Countless. A routine is simply something you do regularly, something you repeat again and again.
For example, brushing your teeth every morning, that's a routine.
Making coffee before work, that's a routine too.
Checking your phone before you even open both eyes, that's also a routine.
Maybe not the healthiest one, but yes, it's still a routine.
That's interesting. Most people think routines are something we have to create, but actually, we already have lots of routines.
Exactly. Every single day, you already repeat dozens of little actions without even thinking about them.
So the real question isn't, can I build a routine?
It's, can I build a better one?
I like that.
And here's something that completely changed the way I think about routines.
Tell us.
Tell us. A few years ago, I believed successful people had incredible motivation. I imagined they woke up every morning feeling excited, full of energy, ready to work.
That's exactly what I imagined too.
Then one day, I spoke with a friend who runs a successful business.
And
And I asked him, how do you stay motivated every single day?
what did he say?
He smiled and said something I'll never forget.
What was it?
He said, "I don't depend on motivation. I depend on my routine."
Wow.
At first, I didn't completely understand.
Me neither.
But then he said, "Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings I feel excited, some mornings I don't, but my routine doesn't ask how I feel."
That's powerful.
It really is, because feelings change, energy changes, life changes, but a simple routine can carry you through all of those changes.
I think that's where many people struggle.
Why do you think that?
Because we wait until we feel motivated. We tell ourselves, I'll start when I have more energy. I'll start next Monday. I'll start next month. I'll start after my vacation.
There's always another perfect day waiting somewhere in the future.
Yes, but somehow that perfect day never arrives.
And maybe the secret isn't waiting for the perfect day. Maybe it's simply starting today, even if today isn't perfect.
You know, there's another mistake I used to make all the time.
Oh? What was it?
I always started way too big.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Instead of saying, I'll walk for 10 minutes, I'd say, I'm going to exercise for 2 hours every single day.
That's quite a jump.
It gets worse. Instead of reading one chapter, I'd promise myself an entire book every week.
Let me guess, that plan didn't last very long.
You already know the answer.
I think many people believe bigger goals lead to bigger success.
But that's not always true, is it?
Not at all. Sometimes smaller is actually stronger.
I like the way that sounds.
Imagine you're learning English. Would you rather study for 4 hours on one Saturday or practice for 15 minutes every day?
I suppose 15 minutes every day?
Exactly, because consistency is much more important than intensity.
That's another great word. Consistency.
Let's learn it together. Consistency. Consistency. Consistency.
Say it with us. Consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly, again and again, even if it's only a little.
So, if I practice English for 15 minutes every day, I'm being consistent.
Exactly.
I think people often underestimate small actions.
They really do. We think small steps don't matter because they don't create huge results immediately.
But when you repeat those small steps every single day, they become something much bigger.
Imagine putting one coin into a jar every day.
At first, it doesn't look like much.
Exactly. But after weeks, after months, the jar slowly fills up.
That's what routines do.
They grow quietly.
And sometimes, you don't even notice the progress until you look back.
I love that because real progress is often invisible in the beginning.
That's true with learning English, too.
Have you ever experienced that?
Absolutely. When I first started improving my English, I felt like nothing was changing. Every day felt the same. I still forgot words. I still made mistakes. I still needed subtitles.
That can feel frustrating.
It really can. But one day, I watched a video and suddenly I realized I understood almost everything.
That's such a wonderful feeling.
It surprised me. I didn't notice myself improving every single day, but all those little practice sessions added up.
That's exactly how routines work. You don't always feel yourself growing, but growth is happening anyway.
So maybe we should stop asking, did I become amazing today?
That's a pretty high expectation.
Instead, maybe we should ask, did I show up today?
I love that question because showing up is something you can control.
And every time you show up, you're casting another vote for the person you want to become.
That's a beautiful way to think about it.
For example, if I practice English today, I'm becoming someone who practices English.
Exactly. If you go for a short walk, you're becoming someone who exercises regularly.
Even if the walk only lasts 10 minutes.
Especially if it only lasts 10 minutes, because small habits are easier to repeat.
And easier to convince yourself to do.
That's true.
Curious, Emily, have you ever made a routine so easy that it almost felt silly?
Oh, yes.
Tell us.
There was a time when I wanted to read more. Every January, I'd make this huge reading plan, 20 books, 30 books, sometimes even more. Let me guess, you felt excited for about a week. Exactly. Then life became busy, and suddenly I stopped reading completely.
So, what changed?
One day, I made a new rule. Instead of reading 30 pages, I only had to read 1 page.
1 page?
That's it. 1 page.
That sounds almost too easy.
And that's exactly why it worked, because I never argued with myself.
You mean your brain couldn't make excuses?
Exactly. Reading 1 page felt so easy that I almost always started.
And once you started,
I'd usually keep reading, sometimes 5 pages, sometimes 20, sometimes an entire chapter.
impressive. So the hardest part wasn't reading.
No, the hardest part was simply beginning.
I think that's true for almost everything.
Whether it's studying, cleaning, exercising, or learning English, getting started is often the biggest challenge.
So maybe your new routine shouldn't begin with something difficult.
It should begin with something almost impossible to fail.
That's another useful word. Fail.
Fail. F-A-I-L. Fail.
Say it with us. Fail.
To fail means you don't achieve something you wanted to do.
But failing once doesn't mean you're a failure.
That's a very important difference.
Everyone misses a day. Everyone forgets sometimes. Everyone gets busy.
Successful people aren't perfect. They simply begin again.
Again and again and again.
You know, there's something else that makes a huge difference.
What's that?
Stop relying on your memory and start relying on your environment.
What do you mean by that?
Let me give you an example. If you want to practice English every morning, but your notebook is hidden inside a drawer and your headphones are somewhere in your backpack, your brain has to do extra work before you even begin.
And sometimes that's enough to make us give up.
Exactly. Now imagine something different. Your notebook is already on the table, your headphones are beside it, and your favorite cup of coffee is waiting.
Suddenly, getting started feels much easier.
That's because your environment is helping your routine instead of fighting it.
So, don't make good habits difficult.
Right. Make them obvious. Make them easy.
That reminds me of another useful word, trigger.
Great word. Let's learn it together. Trigger. T-R-I-G-G-E-R. Trigger.
Say it with us. Trigger.
A trigger is something that reminds you to do another action.
For example, every time I make a cup of tea, I practice 5 new English words.
The cup of tea becomes the trigger.
Or every night after brushing my teeth, I read 1 page of an English book.
Perfect. Brushing your teeth is the trigger. Reading is the new habit.
I like that because I don't have to remember.
Exactly. Your routine remembers for you.
That's much easier than depending on motivation every single day.
Absolutely. And here's another secret. Don't expect every day to be perfect.
I think that's one people really need to hear.
Because sooner or later, you'll miss a day. Maybe you'll get sick. Maybe you'll travel. Maybe work becomes stressful. Maybe life simply gets busy.
And when that happens, many people think, I've ruined everything.
But you haven't. Not at all.
Missing one day doesn't destroy a routine.
Failing completely does.
So instead of saying, I failed,
Say, I'll continue tomorrow.
that feels much kinder.
And much more realistic.
Kim and Emily, do you have a rule for those difficult days?
I do. I call it the tiny version.
Tell us more.
If I planned to study English for 30 minutes, but I'm completely exhausted, I don't skip it. I just do the tiny version.
What's the tiny version?
5 minutes, sometimes even 2.
Is that enough?
It's enough to keep the routine alive.
I love that idea, because the goal isn't to be perfect every day, it's to keep coming back.
Exactly. Small actions protect big dreams.
I think many English learners need to hear this too.
Definitely. You don't have to study for hours. You just need to stay connected to English.
Listen to one podcast, read one page, learn one new word, watch one short video.
Those little moments matter more than you think.
And one day, you'll suddenly realize English feels easier.
Not because of one amazing study session, but because of hundreds of small ones.
Before we finish, let's review today's vocabulary.
Great idea. Our first word was routine, something you do regularly.
Next, consistency, doing something again and again over time.
Trigger, something that reminds you to start a habit.
Fail, not achieving something you planned. But remember, failing once doesn't make you a failure.
And finally, motivation, the feeling that makes you want to do something.
But, as we learned today, motivation comes and goes. Routines stay.
Let's bring everything together.
If you want a routine that actually sticks, don't try to change your whole life overnight.
Start much smaller than you think you need to.
Repeat it consistently.
Connect it to something you already do every day.
Prepare your environment to make success easier.
And if you miss one day, don't quit. Simply begin again.
Because every new day is another chance.
And every small step moves you forward.
Before we say goodbye, we have a question for you.
We'd love to hear your answer in the comments.
What is one small routine you want to build this week?
Maybe it's reading one page,
Practicing English for 10 minutes.
drinking more water.
Or finally going to bed before midnight.
Whatever it is, keep it simple, keep it realistic, and most importantly, keep showing up.
Remember, you don't become a different person in one day.
You become a different person through hundreds of small days, lived with intention.
Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Just English with Emily, and share it with another English learner.
Every share helps our little community grow and helps more people learn English naturally.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and most importantly, be patient with yourself.
Your English is improving, even on the days when it doesn't feel like it.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Michael.
Thank you for learning with us today.
Take care of yourself. Keep building those small routines, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.